Hi there guys, how are you? Hope you're well today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Simi and today I'm bringing you a bit of an overview of some of my all-time favourite perfumes that I have loved since the late 80s when I was a teenager. These perfumes mean the world to me. I will always have these perfumes as long as I can attain them. I will always have them in my collection. They've helped me through bad times. They've helped me through ups and downs in life. They've kept me grounded. I'm not even joking when I say this. They really are amazing. I love these perfumes and they've stood the test of time. They're still in production, most of them, and I'd say all of them are still available, but some slightly difficult to get, but you can if you look hard enough. And but trust me, these perfumes are some of my all-time favorite. I love them to bits, and I would love to share them with you, and I hope you enjoy this video. The first perfume I want to talk about is a beautiful earthy, woody, powdery, floral, musky amber. And this one, I'm looking at my phone for Fragrantica notes, is called Paloma Picasso. Now this, oh my god. If any of you have smelled this version, you'll know how beautiful it is. I'll spray some. It's an absolutely fantastic, deep, warm, musky, sorry about the light guys, musky, just a beautiful, sorry about the light. It's just an amazing perfume, it really is. And it lasts and lasts and lasts, and you can spray 2 spritz on your back of your neck and you will still be able to smell yourself come the end of the day. It's just an amazing fragrance. I was introduced to this in the 90s, early 90s, and I loved it. I loved it and I used it and I used it. Then we parted ways. I forgot about it, and then I rekindled my love for this about 10 years ago. So I found it and I've not been without it since. I've scoured eBay for this formulation. This is the pre-formulation, this is the vintage formulation, and I love it. It's amazing. So sorry about the light guys, please forgive me for that. It's just amazing. You really, even if you just get a little sample vial, you know, if you get a sample, test this out, it's beautiful. You know, if you like fragrances like Black Orchid by Tom Ford or White Patchouli, if you like heavier, deeper scents, you will love this fragrance. If you like your scents to last all day, and with gentle wafts, you know, emanating from your body throughout the day, then you will love this fragrance. I highly recommend it. This is Paloma Picasso by Paloma Picasso, who happens to be Picasso's daughter. She worked at Tiffany. She designed a lot of the Tiffany & Co jewellery. Very talented lady. Very talented indeed. But I love this. Absolutely love this. That's Paloma Picasso by Paloma Picasso. Right, the next fragrance is Obsession by Calvin Klein, and this is the vintage formula because it's got the gold band around the lid. Now, oh my god, this is amazing. Another strong ambery fragrance. I'll just look up the notes on Fragrantica, and it says here warm, spicy, woody, balsamic, amber and powdery. And it was released in 1985. Top notes are green notes, mandarin orange, vanilla, peach, basil, bergamot and lemon. Middle notes are spices, coriander, sandalwood, orange blossom, jasmine, oak moss, cedar and rose. Base notes are amber, musk, civet, vanilla, vetiver and incense. Now, it'll be the real civet in this. It's not the synthetic civet, I assure you. It's beautiful. It's long lasting. Have you noticed there's a kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's a kind of like, you know, I'm loving the strong scents. I'm loving the really rich, decadent, beautiful sense that, you know, if you have some fragrance on your scarf at the end of the day and you can still smell your perfume. I love wearing thick cardigans and thick jumpers and my heavy coats and spraying it on and, like, you know, just having that smell on me all day. There is another formula, I beg your pardon, I had brain fog then, and there's a different formula, a current formula of this doesn't smell anywhere near as nice as this formula. The other formula is a very screechy, very, there's something missing. It's not like this at all, and I would highly suggest you hunt this down if you like strong fragrances. You can pick this up at eBay quite easily, but always the one with the gold trim around the lid. Always look for the gold trim, because that will be the sign of the vintage formula. I love this, absolutely love this. I think it's so amazing. And this was one of my first fragrances that I purchased when I was in my first job in 1986, 87, and I bought Obsession, I bought Eternity, I bought Dior Poison, and I also bought YSL Paris. And I wasn't earning a lot, but back then fragrances weren't as expensive as they are now, and I afforded them all four in one transaction, and I've never looked back. I've always had it in my collection. A couple of years ago I ordered it from Amazon, and it was the new formula that came in the post, and I thought, what is this disgusting mess that they've sent me? And then I tracked it down on eBay, and that's where I've got several backup bottles of this. Oh, you don't understand, guys. It's an absolutely amazing fragrance. It's so beautiful. Check it out. Seriously, check it out. If you like it, that'll be amazing, and if you don't like it, c'est la vie, you know, you tried it, and if it's not to your taste, then so be it. But it's an amazing fragrance. Always will always be in my collection, always. Last but not least, the next fragrance I'm going to talk about is, I fell in love with it. My sister-in-law used to wear it back in the day when I was growing up, and I used to love the smell of this perfume on her. And it was so magical, so it smelled of Far Eastern, exotic places. It smelled of spices, of fruits, of a faraway land. That's what this perfume smells like to me. And this is Opium by YSL, and this is the original formulation. I think it's from the 90s, this one. But this one, oh my god, it's balsamic, warm, spicy, smoky, woody, aromatic and powdery. And this was created, it was launched in 1977, and I was only 5 years old then. And the top notes are coriander, plum, citruses, mandarin orange, pepper, jasmine, cloves, West Indian bay and bergamot. The middle notes are carnation, sandalwood, patchouli, cinnamon, orris root, peach, lily of the valley, and rose. Base notes were labdanum, tolu balsam, sandalwood, opoponax, musk, coconut, vanilla, benzoin, vetiver, incense, cedar, myrrh, castoreum, and amber. Oh my god. With a note list like that, you know this is going to be an amazing fragrance. Absolutely amazing. This is my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite perfume. I will never be without. I mean, with any of these, but if I had to choose one perfume to have for the rest of my life, it would be Opium by YSL, and it would be the older formulation. It wouldn't be the current formulation or the one in the square bottle with a circle, like black opium bottles. That's a kind of mere shadow of what this fragrance is. That just kind of skims on the idea of opulence and spiciness. This is the real deal. This is the one that will last all day on your skin. It will make people coming closer to smell you. Yes, there are people out there that don't like strong, powerful fragrances. They want something light and delicate, and so be it. Each to their own, you know, live and let live. But if you like strong, heady, beautiful perfumes, something different. You know, you don't smell perfumes like these on people much anymore. You know, people are more into their fruit chilies and their citrus and their light fragrances, and nobody wants to offend anyone nowadays. But these are like bam in your face fragrances. If you put loads on, then you are gonna get a huge sillage, a huge scent trail. But you know, if you put one or two spritzes on, you know, on your pulse points, and let the perfume do its magic, you will not be disappointed. Really, you will not. Oh, I love this perfume so much. Oh, you don't understand, guys. And all the perfumes that I have mentioned, the Paloma Picasso, I'm sorry about the light, guys, the Obsession, you know, all these perfumes are the classics. They're absolute classics. And the people that love these perfumes don't want to be without them. They really don't want to be without them. These are staple classics, you know. They are ideal for cold weather, you know, for autumn, fall, winter. These perfumes bloom in the cold weather. I would be very reluctant to wear these perfumes in summer, because they're just so powerful, and you wouldn't want to kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but offend people, you know, because some people are offended, and you know, you've got to be careful, you know, nowadays. But Obsession by Calvin Klein with the gold band, Paloma Picasso by Paloma Picasso, and Opium by YSL, all vintage formulations. I don't bother with the newer formulations, the current formulations, because they don't stand up. They don't, you know, they cannot stand against these formulations. Back in the day, you know, 20, 30, 40 years ago, companies had the ingredients and they could use them, but unfortunately, mass production of perfumes and ingredients running out and overproducing, you know, the companies can't make the perfumes like they used to, and so they have to use synthetic ingredients and man-made ingredients, and you know, they can't get the same effect. Similar, you know, like Opium, the recent formulation, current formulation, It slightly smells of this formulation, but it doesn't have the backbone. This and the Obsession formula is just a screechy mess to me. And if you haven't smelt this one, you cannot compare it, you know, and you'll accept it and you'll buy the current formulas. If you've never smelt the vintage formulas, you'll happily use the current formulations. But if you have smelt the vintage, you will not buy them. You will not invest your time and energy and money into those fragrances, because you know the good stuff is from back in the day. But I'd highly recommend it, guys. Please go out, try and get yourself a sample. If you know somebody who's got vintage perfumes, ask if you can borrow a sample from them, or if they can make a sample for you. Go on eBay. eBay is a plethora of vintage fragrances. If the previous seller has looked after the fragrance, has kept it in a dark place, you know, it won't be spoiled, and you'll get a really, really good bargain as well. Because, you know, most people are not bothered really that much about Obsession, you know, so you can pick up a really good deal of vintage formula for a really good deal. The same with YSL Opium. It's only certain kind of people who will, you know, try and get us. And I've backed up on my Obsession, I've backed up on my Opium, I've backed up on my Paloma Picasso, because I just don't want to be without these bottles. I love them. You don't understand, guys. I love them so much. And the memories that are linked for me, the memories are amazing. When I spray Obsession, I remember going into John Lewis, and it was John Lewis's back then, and I can remember what the lady who served me behind the counter looked like. She was a lovely middle-aged lady, immaculate makeup, immaculate hair, lovely personality. And I remember I got a free gift. I got a handbag with my 4 purchases, and I remember coming home with my perfumes and using my bag until it fell to pieces. And you know, it was just an amazing time for me, you know, back then. Who knew, you know, what life would turn out to be when I was a young person? Who would know? But that's my video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, please ask me down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you on this journey with me. And, you know, hopefully you'll enjoy the videos that I make. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the description bar below. And I hope you're all well. Okay? Take care, guys. Bye.